Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to reach out. We're just standing right out.
How far back is 7th Street?
Yeah, right there's Carl.
I'm a Chris. No, I can see.
Okay.
Just kind of stop.
Sandy, this is Dad here.
Yeah. Yep, that's Carl. And then Jerry will be on this side of it. I thought that was very nice of them to donate. Saved me a lot of money.
So 10 years ago, we did about 1 inch bar. Are you good? Yep. Yeah. So you're doing good, huh?
Yeah, we're warmer than I thought it was. I know. Sun in your eyes, huh? Back I don't know how much further.
You want to scoot back to that area? All right.
I'm doing okay. Here, like you said, it is.
Thanks. I went to pop my big old butt there.
I don't see anyone walking.
Gosh, thank you.
You look like it too. And I have another coat too.
Don't get in the way of the camera.
All right, I'm going to sit down.
I'm taking a photo from you.
Yes, sir.
What she got this time?
Yeah. On that side.
My boss said that to the, when he was talking to the doctor at clinic up the street there from Spanish Fork.
Jerry and
Revere.
Sylvia will be right
Like if you stand by me like this, then you can be in my coat, be a little warmer.
Warmer, yeah.
Jerry, Sylvia.
So they don't know what she's got. They seen one little teeny speck on her rubber. Revere's. All the other doctors didn't take
Any sort of an x-ray or anything?
nothing. They just gave her some pills and said, here, try this.
Take these antibiotics. You'll be fine.
They gave her 2 Z
You
packs.
might have help me get back up. That's fine.
I was really intrigued showing her this kid.
I can see it, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, he
You guys did it.
fell off the board. You
You guys can try it fast.
That didn't look like fun.
I was trying to explain it to Sean.
No. There's somebody to do the prayer. Share memories.
in the cold.
Welcome everyone to beautiful Evergreen Cemetery. We're going to start off with kind of an open mic where people can come forward and share memories of the deceased. I hate doing this. This microphone, I don't know if you can tell by the way I'm talking, but it really likes to be close to your lips. So if anyone comes up here to share a memory, which you should all do, make sure you hold the microphone nice and close or no one's going to be able to hear you. So we have some time now. Come up and feel free to share some memories. The microphone's a little bit short. I might be able to bring it to you.
You want to go out there? I'll take her
We
up.
got enough people, we could help you over there.
Bring it up to you, Sherry. You gotta hold it kind of close.
Okay. If you don't know me, I'm Sherry. I'm Chuck's big sister. And there's so many things going through my head of my little brother. When he was just little baby, he used to, and he started crawling in that. His favorite thing to do every Christmas is go behind the Christmas tree and knock it over. Then he starts getting bigger and starts doing all of this stuff. And I remember some of the things that he really liked to do. What he wanted to do was be a jockey. Well, he outgrew the jockey stage. And then he starts in with, he liked to go hunting, and he would go with my husband and taught him how to bow hunt and stuff like that. He was a good uncle to my boys. And his mountain man thing was a big deal for him. And it was really cool to go up to Wyoming and be with him when he does his mountain man thing. I'm sorry that he had to go through so much, but he put himself through a lot. He rubs, when he was just a kid, he goes, Provo Canyon had a fire, so he goes up there and he rubs the ashes on his face because he wanted people to think he'd been there fighting the fire. So he kind of starts having seizures because he's allergic to the ashes and stuff. He gets a motorcycle, he wrecks on it and cracks his helmet. He worked at the Haunted Castle every year with my mom and my husband and that. And he almost hung himself one time there. Had got carbon monoxide poisoning. Just all of these things this kid would do. And I don't know. I hope he's better off up there with the rest of them. I miss you, Chuck. I love you. And I'm glad you're at peace now. and not in any pain.
My name is Ira, and I am Chuck's cousin. My mom's side. My mom and I am having your sisters. And growing up, when they lived in the trailer park out in Florida, there was an orchard out there. I remember one time we went out to the orchard and Chuck decided he was going to climb a tree and get some apples off of it. And he climbed the tree.
Don't back up.
Okay, sorry.
All right, then.
My voice is just.
You gotta put it to your mouth.
Put it to your mouth.
Put it right by your mouth. There you go.
Anyway, so Chuck climbed this tree. And he's like, I'm going to get those apples. And I'm like,
Closer, Milo.
be careful because if you don't be careful, you're gonna fall. And he's like, no, I'm not. So what does he do? He falls. And he laughed. And I'm like, I swear trouble found me. And I remember a time when he went, when my husband had his Land Cruiser. And all of the cousins, Shane, Corey, they all had to, Chuck, they all had to go for a ride in Mike's Cruiser. And I remember when Chuck went with Mickey's one time, where we were doing, hit his head on one of the roll bars. And I'm like, I looked at Chuck and I'm like, how did you do that? Because trouble just and they did. Chuck, you are so loved and you are giving so nice. That all of the memories we have, those we will cherish. We love you.
My baby brother. You and I had some really special times. Especially when Sherry left the house and she got married. And Jim moved out of the house with you and me. And I'll never forget the fun things that we did. You always looked out for me. When I met Andy, and he came to pick me up Thursday, and you got really angry because he didn't open the door for me on the car. Because that's what a gentleman really does. And you told Mom, he's got long hair. And he had a leather jacket that had fringe on it at the time. And Chuck didn't like that. He said it was hippie. But him and I, we went through a lot together. And I remember we went with Mom and her friend Sandy, and they found this loose horse running down the road, so we had to take the horse. And we went skinny dipping, as we called it. So we went in our undies out at the hot springs in Santa Quinn with Mom and Sandy, and we had a great time. And then at the haunted castle, I didn't like it, but all of my family did. All of my niece and my nephews, our families loved going to the castle. That was one of the big things. And that time that Sherry talked about Chuck hanging, well, he had the noose around his neck, and he had a harness on him, and the harness broke, and he literally hung. And that was scary. And I was with him when he did the dirt on his face before the fire. And we had to rush him to the hospital. Him falling on his bike. You name it. My little brother did it. we had some great times down at Joe's Valley on my Uncle Bob's property. And Wes can attest to that. We'd go out and Grandpa Lansing, he used to have a little fishing boat and we'd go fishing. And then he'd take us out with, there's a wakeboard and we'd go like we were water skiing. But this is a blessing in disguise for you, Chuggy. I'm gonna miss you a lot. And I know that you're up there with Mom and Dad, and Grandma and Grandpa, little cousin Grandma and Grandpa Lansing, and with Danielle, and a whole bunch of other people. Just remember who you are. I love you.
Yeah, this is pretty surreal. My little brother Charles. One of the stories that I recall was my grandparents, the Lansings, James and Isla, used to take us camping when we were little kids. We'd always go up in the ravines. Called the Teapot Lake, I believe it was. I think my grandfather favored little Cowboys because he always baited his line to catch fish and not mine. And I always kind of wondered what the deal was, if they got together and was playing a fast one on me or not. But no matter what I did, where I went, I could go to the same spot, the same pole, and I would not catch anything, and he would. And my grandpa was just laugh. He thought that was so funny. I just, oh, Mom, really? But that was a memory that I've had since Chucky was only, I don't know, 4 years old, something like that. I was 7, anyway, I've never forgotten it. So you can take that with you, but we got it. But growing up, we weren't real close because it was our age difference. So as we got older, we started hunting together, and we had a lot of good times. And finally, our last big hunt together was we finally drew out his buffalo tag on the Henry Mountains. And we went up there and got it all set up. And we were looking and driving. The storm came, snow, we couldn't get around. The buffalo had all went off the mountain. And when it snows, it usually gets pretty cold. Well, my little brother had all summer to prepare for this. And funny, he forgot to fill his propane tanks on his trailer. And I'll be darned, he ran out of propane and had to borrow a propane tank. So this was just one of the things that I was jibing him about. And we still had a good time, but what was ultimately unsuccessful in harvesting the buffalo. But he did get his buffalo on another hunt. And so that was a big time for him. He was pretty happy. I'm glad he was able to fulfill that dream. And I wish we could go hunting again, and maybe someday in the future. I just want you to know I love you, and God bless. See you on the other side, buddy.
I'm really glad to hear you guys calling him Chuck and Chucky, because I've really struggled to call it Charles always. But out of respect, I've tried really hard to do that.
His name was Chuck. He's the first Chuck.
We called him Charles, we called him Charlie Brown, Chucky, you name it.
Okay. My favorite memory is when we went out to the sand dunes and we were in the dune buggy and I told him, oh, just take me around. And I meant like around the campsite, not clear out on the hills and stuff. And he go up as fast as he could up the hill and I'm sitting there bawling, no, take me back, take me back. And he's like sitting over there laughing at me. I'm like, oh, I just meant like around the campsite. And he goes, that's not what you said. I'm like, oh, thanks. Anyway, yeah, that's just one of my favorite memories.
They'd always turn the way so the sand coming off the wheel would hit the passenger.
That was very yes.
I'm sure that I speak for my mom and I. So Chucky would come and go on vacations with us in the summer, and the one that I remember the most is when we went to go see the Broncos game. And of course, my dad and Chucky got sick, so they didn't get to go. So I don't know if you ever got to go to a Broncos game, but I sure had fun. But we were really sad that they got to miss it. And he's always checking me, so I love you, Chucky, and I'm glad that you're no longer in pain. Say hello to my brother for me.
I remember when we found out that Patsy was worked up at the mental health hospital at the Halloween spook alley. We got to go up to that. Chuck took Sandy and I and going through one section and go up a few steps and walking across these kind of like a little bridge. It's got a handrail on both sides and everything. Very dim light shining down, and all of a sudden, down below us comes this glow-in-the-dark mask. It was scaring everybody. Everybody's freaking out. Loch Ness monster or whatever. All of a sudden, Chuck starts screaming, "Gary! Gary! It's me, Chuck! This is my fiance, Sandy!" Me and everybody that was in the immediate area right there were all like, "What just happened?"
That was my husband.
We love you, Chuck. You always kept us guessing.
That's true.
We're gonna miss you.
Anybody else? We're all just enjoying the cold weather here. Fun times. All right. Well, we'll have a grave dedication next, and then that'll conclude the services today.
Going to the church on First North and Main.
Everybody hear that? 53 North Main, I believe is the address. Main Street and First North.
Our Father in heaven, in the name of Jesus Christ and by the power of the holy Melchizedek priesthood which I hold, I dedicate this grave which will hold Charles Richard Lopez, his body for the remainder until the resurrection when he is reunited once again with his body. At this time, I bless his family, his friends, those who knew him, to always remember and never forget the good times, the enjoyment, the laughs, especially knowing that we are all a family and we'll see one another again. I bless us all to continue to relish being a family, remembering that we're all in this together. These blessings and any others that those stand in need of here at this time, please bless them. Say it someday in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes the funeral service for Chuck Lopez. Again, a reminder that the luncheon will be at the church at 55 North Main. Thank you, everyone.
Go away. I'm younger than you. Go away. Excuse me. I'm the baby. You should show me
Take care, my friend. You're gonna come over.
To hear you talk about your brother. Yes. I'm sorry for it.
Okay, you need all of it.
I'd love to get to know
I'll give you a shout out.
I never met him. Yeah.